Guys, if a woman gave you flowers, what kinds would you like? Personally, I'm a big fan of columbines, lupines, sunflowers, penstemons, irises. I grew up in the mountains of Colorado and live lower down now. I miss the flowers of my home. A week or so before Valentine's Day this year, I asked my boyfriend if he'd like flowers. He jokingly said he wanted pink roses. I thought it would be sweet and a little funny to get him a bouquet of pink roses to go along with his main gift. Seeing him smile at the flowers when I got home was the best. Now pink roses hold a special little place in my heart. The gesture would be everything. I wouldn't mind dandelions if they were kindly meant. Nothing cut. A small plant I can care for and maybe plant outside my place and enjoy long term. How did cavemen trim their fingernails? Cavemen probably didn't trim their nails, as they were probably in rough enough conditions daily that they naturally wore down. It may be more interesting to ask when there is evidence of man first trimming their nails. Same way chimpanzees, dogs, cats, bears, etc. do it. They either don't, or they chew them. They didn't. But they also use their hands and nails for a lot of things, so I guess that kept them from way overgrowing. Ground use rock. Rock make claw sharp. You can grind them down with a rough stone. I've known some individuals who only use a nail file. How did the person who invented the clock know the time? It was probably calibrated at 12 p.m. right at the moment when there is no shadow as the sun stands at the zenith. Because I told him. By looking at the sky, moon phases, changes in the daylight. After he invented it, he checked. Because he knew it like the back of his hand. Get it? Clock. Hand. He checked his smartphone. IDK. But fun fact. Back at the start of the Industry Revolution, when factories and things ran on a tight schedule, but personal alarm clocks were not yet something affordable nor owned by the average factory worker. There were people called knocker-uppers who were hired to knock on people's doors to wake them up for work. How'd you like to say you're a professional knocker-upper? Lol.
How do you cope with knowing death is inevitable? If it's inevitable, why worry? I half don't care and half want it to hurry up. To me, I'm a lot more afraid of the idea of living forever, so I'll take death as an alternative law. Also, for me, it's kind of comforting in a way to think that nothing would really have as much meaning if we had infinite time to do it. I used to actually have a really bad fear of death, but over time, I've learned to come to terms with it more. It still scares me sometimes, but I've definitely learned to accept it more law. Live it up. Live the best life I can while I have the ability to do so. Need to think about something else and keep occupied. Denial. How do you deal with boredom? I master. I answer questions on AskReddit. I play video games or watch YouTube videos or be on Reddit. Binge watch my wall. I remember when I worked in plastic mold injection. The bins they used to ship the parts in were supercharged with static due to the cloth separating the parts. I would zap myself over and over again to keep myself awake and not be bored. It hurt, but was better than doing nothing, I guess. I bitch about how lonely I feel online. Smoke a bunch of crack and masturbate to Disney movies. Make a Reddit. I sign on to Reddit. Yes, a lot of times, I get my ass handed to me, but still.
How do you feel about daylight savings time? I wish we'd just stop it where it is now. Sun stays out longer. We don't need to go back to sunset at 4:30 p.m. when the time changes backwards. It's not DST that sucks, but the twice-a-year change that sucks. Permanent DST all the way. It sucks. Hate it in the spring, don't mind it in the fall. I firmly believe it was created by Satan. To the last, I will grapple with thee. From hell's heart, I stab at thee. For hate's sake, I spit my last breath at thee. Can I convert the time saved into crypto?
How do you keep your mood up when cleaning your apartment? Panic. The knowledge that someone is coming round, and they will judge me. Not necessarily a mood helper, but it gets the job done. Music podcasts. High-quality headphone music meth. Knowing that my landlord is still a bigger piece of shit than me. I like cleaning and feel great when everything is nice. Music. And I really enjoy cleaning. Music is always nice, and cleaning with someone helps me a lot. Music. Music and mainly facts on YouTube. Clean more aggressively, seeing the dirt as your moral enemy, and eliminate them. Create a scenario. How old are you, and what is the best thing happening in your life right now? 39, and I've been declared cancer-free. 28, I moved in with my long-term GF, and I'm proposing in a couple months under the northern lights. Life is great. 19, trying not to have a mentally breakdown from college. I'm tired. 58, and I'm still in love with my husband. He is out of town dealing with a family emergency, and it reminds me to be grateful to be married to someone people can rely on in a crisis. 40, getting married in 3 weeks and having a baby. 17, accepted to a great college with great career opportunities and about to start a new life in a big city. City, 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 city. How old are you, and what's your biggest problem right now? 42, and trying to figure out which of my problems is the biggest. I'm going with finances and depression. 37, and I'm going blind. I don't know how long it will take when I will be legally blind and unable to live my life with the richness, independence, and everything else I expected, but it's coming. It's a crushing inevitability. Every day that I get to see my loved ones' faces is a gift.
If aliens were to invade Earth, which cinematic alien would you least want to invade? Kryptonians. Xenomorph. The Borg Krika Street First Contact. There are other aliens on the list that are terrifying, but I thought I'd add this. The Harvesters in Independence Day. I really don't think we'd stand a chance against them. Not exactly cinematic, but the Flood from Halo. The Thing 1982. You never know if someone is an imitation, and when you do it will look real nasty. I'd keep fire around me the whole time. Predators. The Martians from War of the Worlds. Scared the crap out of me as a child. Omicronians, even if they're young, do taste so good. Edge of Tomorrow aliens. Facehuggers. Mork. When Mars attacks.